Ice Cube's Big 3 League has some new rules. If you haven't watched that league, you are kind of missing out because if you're a big basketball fan, pretty much all the good old players that you like to see, except for like the superstars like Kobe and Paul Pierce and other guys like that, are in the Big 3 League. We got Joe Johnson, we got Baron Davis, we got Carlos Boozer, we got Amari Stoudemire, we got Nate Robinson, we got everyone that you want to watch. Steven Jackson is a beast in that league. So it's a fun league. In 2017, I'm reading from thebig3.com. 2000, I can't show it for some reason. It won't let me. 2017, the Big Three set out to professionalize traditional 3-on-3 basketball and make innovative changes, purely motivated by a desire to elevate the game of basketball. Ahead of its fourth season in 2020, the Big Three is announcing a bevy of enhancements to the league, as well as a recognition of what has already been accomplished the past 3 years. The official creation of a new global sport, Fireball 3. What the fuck is Fireball 3? The millions of fans who attended, watched, and became diehard Big Three followers know that the Big Three is nothing like traditional 3-on-3 basketball. The young fans are calling it various things, of which is Fireball 3. Today, the Big Three is leaning into their lead and officially recognizing that Big Three athletes are playing a completely new sport, I guess. Quote, there are a lot of sports out there that require similar skills like MMA and boxing, football, rugby, baseball, cricket. Our fans let us know that we're playing something extremely unique, Fireball 3, which is nothing like typical 3-on-3 FIBA game in the Olympics, said co-founder Ice Cube. Other co-founder Jeff Quatinetz, quote, our appeal is young and more diverse. We needed to eliminate confusion to help our fans understand what to expect from our on-court product. Our sport has been proven to be the freshest and most exciting in decades, attracting young fans around the globe and major sponsors like Adidas and others. We've needed the freedom to keep innovating without, and this is Ice Cube, quote, we needed the freedom to keep innovating without potential new fans thinking it was a typical 3-on-3 league. Plus, we didn't want our deep love and respect for the NBA to be misinterpreted by our different rules. We could never compete with the NBA any more than we could compete with the NFL or FIFA. We are the Big Three. We are our own unique thing, but that doesn't mean Fireball 3 can't coexist with these sports. Now, I still don't know what Fireball 3 is, but we're going to get it explained. So we're going to keep growing. Ice Cube says we're going to keep building, keep putting the best athletes on the court. We hope that one day Fireball 3 will be an Olympic sport too. The Big Three will bring its very best to fans in an upcoming season with a number of enhancements. First enhancement, they're going to lower the age. So this is controversial because now you're competing with the NBA a little bit. But, I mean, not necessarily. You're basically picking the scraps from the NBA. You're basically saying, oh, you flamed out in the NBA, come try your hand at the Big Three. It doesn't mean you can't go back to the NBA, but at the same time, it means that you couldn't even make the G League, essentially. That's what's going on. Or you just didn't want to make the G League. You'd rather be on national television, so you go to the Big Three, or both. So that's the first one. They're lowering it from 27 to 22. And with younger exceptions in hardship cases, I don't know what that means, bring the fire once per half. A team can challenge a foul call resulting in an in-game one-on-one possession with a victor winning the call. So that's what that means. So that's what Fireball is, okay? Well, actually, that's not all of Fireball is. We'll get into more of it in a second. But this is the first thing. So let's say you foul someone, and that person says, bullshit, you didn't foul me, or I didn't foul you, rather. The person who got fouled can say, okay, let's one-on-one for it. So everyone clears the court, and they go one-on-one, and whoever wins that one-on-one possession wins the call. If the person, I assume if the person scores, they get the point. If they don't score, then that person and nothing, you get nothing. So it's not going to be just free throw. That's boring. They decided to just take it once a half. There is still going to be free throws. Just once a half, you can do a one-on-one, which is more exciting for the NBA, or not the NBA, but for the basketball fans. A lot of people like to see one-on-ones. They'd probably watch it more if it was more available to them. So all athletes are welcome. The Big Three will hold open tryouts for athletes to qualify for the combine. Professional basketball experience is no longer required. The Big Three wants the best athletes in the world regardless of their sporting experience. In the same manner as the NFL takes the best from various sports, this could mean two-sport athletes overlooked basketball stars and some athletes choosing Fireball 3 over other sports. So I assume it's no longer 3-on-3. It's called Fireball 3. They're changing the actual sport itself. And they said we're looking for NFL tight ends. Festivals every Saturday following the thrill of the success of the Big Three ball out in Dallas last season. Or the festivals will follow every Saturday. That's cool. So the Big Three will host entertainment festivals in different cities. The Big Three will present 6 basketball games, musical performances, and a host of the Young Three clinics in the local community. So basically, if you're a young player, you can play 3-on-3 on the court with them too. So this is total fanfare. This reminds me of the minor leagues in baseball. Like they're pulling out all the stops. Only they're changing the game too, unlike the minor leagues. So the league will use a new all-red ball known as the Fireball. So that's the other part of Fireball. So the Fireball has to do with the one-on-one, and it's basically 3-on-3 with enhanced rules. So this is the other stuff that I'm not going to go over all of the I'm not going to go over all of the rules that they changed. They have a 14-second shot clock, 4-point shot, player empowerment, bunch of stuff. They are encouraged to use CBD for recovery. They have a mental health policy. A lot of good stuff for the Big Three. But that is basically the gist of what I wanted to show you guys, that they're going to have a Fireball. They're going to have one-on-one challenges. So you're going to have like a challenge. If you don't agree with a foul call, you can challenge someone once a half. I assume it's going to be like the best player in the league is going to do it every time. Like Joe Johnson will probably wreck people one-on-one. So it'll be interesting. It will be very interesting. And I cannot wait for next season. Cheers.